with their maybe last but one chance to make the right sort of impression for England. Zanetti on the far side wearing 4 for Argentina. 5 here is Demichelis, who's making his debut, the Bayern Munich anchorman, number 5. And this is the familiar figure of Roberto Ayala from Valencia, playing at the back with Walter Samuel from Inter Milan. Most of these Argentines play in Spain or Italy, so this is not really too much of a journey for them. And they're going to Qatar to play on Wednesday in another friendly. This the weekend, of course, of the World Cup playoffs in Europe. These two, England and Poland, didn't need to go into one. Goalkeeper for Argentina is Roberto Abandanzieri. Very long name, but he's a goalkeeper who didn't make his debut till he was 31 for the national side. Here's Cambiasso to Sorin, the captain. Half cleared by John Terry, who's now having to track back with Crespo, his club colleague, of course. Zanetti to Riquelme. Michael Owen gets a touch. Finds Beckham. Rooney's made a run far side, and Beckham trying to pick him out. Headed away by Samuel. 15 there. I should explain that Argentina have got a number 15 and a number 19 starting. No number 7 in the starting lineup, and no number 10. That's a shirt I think that they still reserve or have it as a souvenir, if you like, of the career of one Diego Maradona, who at one stage was going to attend this fixture. The Argentine president Grondona wants Maradona to be part of the setup again, but they felt it would be unfair on Peckerman to have him breathing down his neck here. Argentina have playing in the plain blue shirts tonight rather than their familiar stripes. Number 11 here is Carlos Tevez of Corinthians in Brazil, most expensive player to move between South American clubs. Graham, what do you think?
Well, I'm just looking at the way teams have set up. They're both sort of standing off each other when they've got the ball, allowing the defenders to have the ball and just to sort of keep as many players as they can behind the ball. It's important England don't sort of break their shape up too quickly, because the Argentinians have got a great sort of technical ability, and they'll pick holes and find spaces if you give them that chance.
This is Zanetti. Certainly, as Alan said in the studio, higher quality of opposition than England have met for some time. Now here's Cambiasso, and that's Tevez. And it nearly ran on to Crespo. Referee wave play on. David Beckham. Rooney again makes that run on the left. This time he's found. Owen is inside him. Wayne Rooney, good run. Tackle was by Demichelis. England corner.
It's almost as if England have sort of set up slightly to catch Argentina on the counter-attack. That's twice now David Beckham's got the ball in good positions. Wayne Rooney's pulled into a wide position to try and get a run on the Argentinian defence there, and he's done well to get a corner.
For which Terry and Ferdinand, 6 and 5 respectively, are forward. Frank Lampard to come in on this as well, and Ledley King. There goes Lampard with Ferdinand. David Beckham still on the left, having taken the corner. That's his cross, and it's too long. And Abandanzieri here with a long kick upfield, trying to pick out Carlos Tevez. It's Luke Young.
It's very important that Luke Young and whoever's left at the back on England corners really mark their men. Carlos Tevez is an excellent form for Corinthians, and with Hernan Crespo, if he stays up front with him, they can cause all sorts of problems.
This is Tevez now, got a hat-trick in a recent Brazilian league game. Quite right, Graham, he has been in excellent form. And forward by Zanetti to Crespo. Oh, here are Argentina with Riquelme coming through as well. There's the shot, turned over by Robinson. Riquelme's the man around whom they operate now, and he hit that well.
That's all they need there, a little break, bit of confusion. John Terry's obviously backing off because he's got someone to mark. He's not sure where to go, and Riquelme obviously sees, gets a side of goal, has a good hit. Paul Robinson makes a fine save.
Samuel has come forward, so has Ayala for the corner. Sorin goes in first there. Oh, hesitation. Oh, dear me, that was Ledley King made an important clearance there from just in front of the goal line.
That was an excellent clearance. What a dangerous ball in. It's bounced in on the 6-yard line, and Ledley King's done really well to keep his eye on it and get a clearance.
This is chested back by Ferdinand.
You ought to get the impression, John, that Argentina, the quality that they've got, as you rightly say, this is going to be the toughest game England have had for some time, and it's going to require 100% discipline and concentration on the England players' behalf.
That's for Michael Owen. Well, they beat Brazil in the World Cup qualifiers, although in the end they lost 3 of their last 5, Argentina, and Brazil won the group on goal difference, but there was no question about both qualifying. And of course Brazil battered them in the final of the Confederations Cup 4-1. This is Riquelme again. Oh, cut out by Steven Gerrard for England. Lampard moving up now, Wayne Bridge. Rooney just lying deep, chipping it forward. Michael Owen is offside. It won't count. It's offside. Scored as an 18-year-old in that match in Saint-Etienne, Graham, and thought he had for a moment there. Yeah, that's right. It's good movement. He is offside. The Argentinian defence is obviously well drilled. He's just one step offside, but it's good thought. He's pulled away, played on the shoulder of Ayala there, and it's a decent finish, but unfortunately he is quarter yard offside. I thought it was borderline. There was a defender on the far side as well, wasn't there? Still, you're right, the flag was up. So a good start for England in that department. Nice to see the ball in the net. 6-7 minutes gone. Cambiasso to Riquelme. Owen wants 1 goal, by the way, to actually beat the Gary Lineker record of goals in European Championship and World Cup tournaments, or counting qualifiers. They've both got 22 at the moment. Well, Gary will have to stay on 22, obviously. I think so, yeah. He's in no shape for a comeback. Here's Beckham. Just in case you're wondering at home, the World Cup draw will take place on December the 10th. On a Friday night, in fact, early in December. And that's when we'll know who England will play in those opening group matches in Germany. That's played there by Lampard to Bridge. The 9th, I think I should have said. Anyway. It's in Leipzig, one of the World Cup venues. Beckham, Young. That's good composure by Ledley King. He's under a lot of pressure there, and he kept hold of the ball. He didn't rush a pass, and even though it got intercepted, it still went sort of safe to safety for an England throw-in. I think this is quite a good time for an international on a Saturday, Graham. People have had a chance to go out in the afternoon and can still go out in the evening. I'm all for it. It's a lovely place. I'm enjoying myself. Yes, you certainly are. Here's Riquelme. Oops, his first real foul this, and the Swiss referee is going to mark his authority here with Frank Lampard. Actually, David Beckham went over and picked Riquelme up. Yeah, you can see Frank Lampard's just the wrong side of Riquelme there, and although he's won the ball in European football and certainly South American football, that would be considered a foul. It doesn't take a lot for Riquelme to make as much of that as he possibly can. No, Zanetti inside to De Michelis, on by Crespo. Cambiasso. Oh, it's a good-looking ball here for Tevez. Chance to score, good block, Robinson. Soreen. It still isn't really safe for England. And there's the shot by Rodriguez. And there he is again, and it's blocked another time. And Gerrard brings it away for England. We've got a game on here, you can be sure about that. Looking for Beckham. Oh, shoulder charge. It's been given as a fair challenge there by Walter Samuel. We've just seen some excellent defending both sides of the pitch. Walter Samuel there, no nonsense defending with David Beckham. David Beckham tried to nutmeg him, and he just
read it and then blocked him off, won the ball fairly and squarely. At the other end, some great defending and blocking by England, starting with Paul Robinson and then John Terry and Rio Ferdinand getting important blocks.
Tevez, who made the initial surge and shot, and Maxi Rodriguez following up. Here's Tevez again. Zanetti on the far side, bends the cross round, brings. There's Rodriguez again. That's a second save by Robinson. Cheery actions.
Excellent goalkeeping again by Paul Robinson. England get a little bit caught out wide. This is the first chance where Robinson makes an excellent save down low. He gets a foot on it. That's a great save. And the second one, it's an excellent ball by Zanetti. Picks out his man. It's a great shot and a reaction save by Paul Robinson.
Argentina showing their mettle at the moment. It's going to be a corner by Riquelme on the far side. Ayala and Samuel are there again. So is Demichelis. Headed away powerfully by John Terry.
It's important that John Terry and Rio Ferdinand really get hold of the other two defenders. Wayne Bridge, who hasn't played for a long time. Luke Young, obviously very inexperienced. They've got to follow runners. They've got to demand that the people in front of them help them. Because if you get two runners at you, you've got to choose one of them.
Tevez again. He looks a lively player, this number 11.
And ultimately, John, if you've got somebody running at you, you've got to make a decision who to go with. Whatever you do with such good players, they'll pick out the other option and create all sorts of problems.
Ledley King committed the foul. Riquelme is going to take the free kick. Now, he really is the master of these set plays for Argentina, as we saw in the summer in the Confederations Cup. And a cluster of Argentine players gathered on the edge of the penalty area as the referee tells Gerrard to retreat 10 yards. The Argentine fans are behind that goal, in fact, to the left. Crespo comes in. Oh, it's not a goal either, is it? No, the referee's running towards the line, and I think he's going to give England a free kick for pushing. Well, we had the ball in the net at both ends, Graham.
That's right, and I have to say that I can't see initially what the problem was there. I know Crespo bundled the ball into the net, but it looked a fairly fair challenge to me. It didn't seem to be anything other than an inviting cross. It was an excellent ball in by Riquelme, and Hernan Crespo's just done what a good centre-forward should do, attack the ball. I think there were two England defenders in the mix-up there by the line, Graham, and I can only think the referee felt Crespo fouled one of them. Anyway, here's Rooney. Owen had a goal disallowed for offside, and now Crespo and Argentina denied, but the defenders were right in there as well. Robinson's made two good saves, though. It's been a good opening here. 12 minutes gone and plenty of incident already. Hernan Crespo again. This is Sorin. Into Tevez. Riquelme. Zanetti. Argentina, winners of the World Cup in 1978, 1986, finalists 1990. Really good recent record in the competition. Tevez again. And David Beckham will clear this, otherwise it would have been a corner. Serene bang waved back by the referee here for the throw-in. Boisterous atmosphere inside this Stade de Genève. Zanetti's winning today his 102nd cap for Argentina. Real loyal servant, 32 years old. Samuel. That ran away from Tevez a bit, but he's got it now. And he was trying to find Rodriguez. They've got a great link between their different sides, Argentina here. See, I can't actually see what the problem is there. I think Crespo, if anything, has probably jumped into Frank Lampard slightly, but he's not got his eye on the ball. He's not actually doesn't seem to be making any attempt to foul Frank Lampard. It was just such a good ball in by Riquelme that I think he was entitled to go for it. But fortunately for England, the goal was disallowed.
Well, it's 1-1 in that respect already. Referee was quite firm and decisive. And Paul Robinson relieved, no doubt.
Yeah, he's had an important start, Paul Robinson, and I think there's going to be plenty more to come. I'm really impressed with the way Argentina are linking up their midfield and their strikers. Riquelme seems to play up front as much as he plays in midfield, and that's going to cause England problems if they don't really get to grips with him.
That's away by Ayala. Cambiasso here for Argentina. Comes off King. Bridge to Gerrard. Does this system force Gerrard further to the left than he would normally like to go?
It depends on who's got the ball at the back. If Wayne Bridge has got the ball at the back and he needs a wide person, Steven Gerrard is going to have to be that person. He's going to have to make the effort. He's in a position now where he's hugging the touchline. What that does, that gives people like Michael Owen the opportunity to try and run down the side and behind the right fullback Zanetti. So really, Steven Gerrard has a free role, but depending where the ball is, he has to make a decision whether to create a problem by going out wide or staying in the middle of the pitch.
Rooney got caught by Ayala there, but the referee played a good advantage for Beckham to bend the ball in. It's come out to Ledley King. This is Young. Beckham now bringing Lampard into the game, but this is Tevez. And when they break quickly. Riquelme thought about giving it to Zanetti, and he does now. 15, Maxi Rodriguez. Plays for Atletico Madrid. Here's Cambiasso. Very much the foil for Riquelme in midfield, but he's on the ball now, Riquelme. This is Serene. Cambiasso again. Good passing by Argentina, and Cambiasso right into the heart of the England defence. When the midfield players run at England like that, you see the reason why King's there.
Well, Ledley King's got such an important role to do tonight. He's sort of man-to-man marking Riquelme, unless Riquelme changes position significantly. Riquelme is just moving all over the place. He's coming out on the left. He's dropping deeper. He's then pushing forward, and Ledley King's got to be really switched on to pick him up. The problem for England is they've got to follow their runners or pass the man on, do one or the other. But if they get caught in two minds, Argentina are that good that they'll pick out that spare man.
This is Bridge to Rooney. Argentina. Oh, it's Rooney now in a good position. Challenged by Serene. Argentina having had the greatest share of possession in this opening 17 minutes. That's Riquelme offside Crespo.
And I think Riquelme for Argentina has probably had the lion's share of possession of any player on the pitch. He's the link between his whole team.
Plays now at Villarreal, but he was at Barcelona for 1 year, Riquelme, and didn't make it there really. Couldn't get past Rivaldo to get into the starting lineup for much of that time. He's 25 now, but he's certainly blossomed since he went to Villarreal. David Beckham fouled by Serene. Riquelme is arguing about where the ball is being placed. Meantime, Ferdinand and Terry have made their way forward. Referee is just insisting that it goes exactly where the foul took place. Still talking to Riquelme. Ledley King's up here. Oof, Cambiasso for Argentina. Flag was up there, ball was out. Crespo, the player involved.
It's an important stage of the game for England. They need to get some possession, get some passes together, and start getting into areas that affect the Argentinian defence. They're playing in front of them at the moment, need to get behind them.
Foul on Beckham when the ball was nowhere near Serene. Two captains there looking at each other. They weren't in the tunnel, but they are now.
He's learnt some tricks, David Beckham, since he's been in Spain. That's a he drew the foul there. The ball was already going down the line, and he's just got a touch from Sorin, and obviously made the most of it to win England a free kick in what is a dangerous area.
Well, certainly John Terry seeking his first England goal, Rio Ferdinand seeking his second. They're both in there, but it's played shorter than that. Wayne Bridge trying to hold things up in midfield, but Tevez, oh well, challenged by King, free kick Argentina.
That's harsh by the referee. I think Ledley King did really well there. A little bit concerned with Wayne Bridge in the sense that he just looks a little slow on the ball, a little bit sort of reacting a little bit slow to the situation, which is understandable considering the lack of games he's had in the last year.
This is Riquelme, Tevez. Tevez goes inside Ferdinand, that looked dangerous. Rodriguez against Bridge. Corner to Argentina. Well, Riquelme will take it, and the two centre-backs come up again. Crespo came through the crowd, and again he's penalised for climbing.
Those corners from Riquelme are so inviting for any defender. I think that was Sorin who came through there and got a good head to the ball, but he came through a couple of people, and John Terry stood his ground well.
Sorin is an attacking player by nature, although he's occupying the left-back position tonight. This is Cambiasso. 21 minutes in Geneva, the last international of the calendar year for England, and then 3.5 months before they play again. Bizarre, really, isn't it? We have so many internationals in the autumn and then nothing till March.
No, that's right. Well, the English calendar, I suppose, doesn't allow it with the amount of games that we play in the Premiership these days.
Ledley King picks out Gerrard, three waiting in the centre here. Gerrard's cross cleared by Ayala. Crespo. The overall record between the two teams, 13 meetings. England 5 wins, 6 draws, Argentina 2 wins, but both in competitive matches. I think you probably know the history at home as well, if not better than I do, with the Ratin incident and the Maradona hand of God and the Beckham Saint-Etienne sending off, then Sapporo. But actually, for the older generation, Argentina were the first South Americans ever to play at Wembley. Back in the 1951 Festival of Britain, as it was called then, they played a celebratory international and England won 2-1 with 2 late goals. I think they would settle for a 2-1 win here, all right, McLaren and Eriksson.
They certainly would, and by the way the game started and the amount of possession that Argentina have had, it's really important, as I said earlier, that England get a grip on this game and start to cause Argentina some problems.
This is Cambiasso. Just ought to give the under-21 team a mention as well for getting back to 1-1 against France before that huge crowd at Tottenham last night. Play the second leg on Tuesday of that European Championship playoff, Peter Taylor's team. Here's Sorin. Oh, it's dangerous. It's Tevez. Well played by Ferdinand to Rooney. Owen. Play on, says the referee. Rooney again. Picks his way out to the left to Bridge. Steven Gerrard, the furthest forward at the moment in this attack. Lampard. King. 4 ahead of him for England. Owens making a darting run there behind Ayala. Back by John Terry. Gerrard. Right across the 6-yard line and cleared for a corner by Walter Samuel.
He used all his experience there, Samuel. That was good play by England. They're patient in the build-up, got it wide. Stephen Gerrard got into good position, wasn't frightened to cross it with his left foot. That's a dangerous area between goalkeeper and centre-back. Walter Samuel knew what was going to happen and made a good clearance.
Beckham to take the corner. Oh, and Lampard was up there, and goodness, he scored one like that against France in Euro 2004. Do you remember?
I do. That was another excellent ball. We've seen some great corners from both sides. Well put in by David Beckham, glancing header by Frank Lampard, and just misses the far post.
Lampard's got a terrific midfield output of goals, 10 in his last 26 England games.
And it's important that the formation lends itself to Frank Lampard getting into goal-scoring situations. And I think recent games, the last couple of games, he started to get forward a little bit more, which has got to be encouraging for England.
Well, there was a free kick there as Sven-Göran Eriksson gets up to have a word about tactics. Ferdinand was the man who fouled. Argentina are in possession here. And they still are with Riquelme. And that's just caught a deflection off Lampard, and Robinson scuttles across the line to save the corner. Riquelme, who had the long-range effort. Now that's a challenge by Young on Sorin, and the yellow card is going to come out for Luke Young.
First impression, that's a little bit harsh on Luke Young. The ball to Sorin was a bad ball, and he's obviously seen it, gone for it, won the ball, but maybe lunged slightly, and the refs interpreted it as a malicious foul and subsequently booked him.
Samuel, Sorin, Demichelis and Ayala are in a group of 4 there. And Robinson has no difficulty this time.
It's good goalkeeping by Paul Robinson. That will give everybody around him confidence that the fact that he can get out and clear those balls.
Beckham here challenging Zanetti, but abandons the area he was out to take charge.
Yeah, like I say, if Paul Robinson is going to come out and claim those situations, that will give everybody around him a bit of confidence, and then they'll know that anything that's too high, he'll come and collect.
That was forward by Cambiasso. This is Young. Gerrard. Just joined us. 28 minutes gone in Geneva. The ball's been in the net at both ends, but neither goal registered, or neither effort registered as a goal. Owen offside and Crespo penalised for bundling into a defender. Good pace to the game, though. This is Young. Rooney. Swings it wide for Gerrard. Bridge in support here. Lampard. Ferdinand to Beckham. Owen's coming in. Rooney was there first. It's a goal kick. I thought for a minute it was going to go over Rooney's head, and Owen was coming in like a train. Yeah,
that was good build-up play by England. Again, patient, getting into areas where the Argentinians have to come out of their positions. When you draw somebody out, you then work the sides. David Beckham, he only needs 2 touches. He took 1 and crossed an excellent ball with his second touch. You see him, it's a great take, an excellent ball in, and Wayne Rooney gets in front of the defender, nearly gets his head on it.
Seven of the World Cup finalists are known. There are 5 playoff matches. First leg today, second leg on Wednesday. There's Cambiasso, to Riquelme, and now Zanetti. But other teams involved in friendlies like this one, France playing Germany and Holland playing Italy. Gerrard looking here for Wayne Rooney, and he's through. Rooney, can he do it for England? He's hit the post, and Owen couldn't get to the rebound. How close can you be? Wayne Rooney. Lampard picks up the momentum. Gerrard, bridge outside him. Good battling play here by England. Every ball being contested. Owen's in there again. Now they're appealing for a foul on Rooney. Oh, that's Young again. That's Young on Riquelme, and Peckham, the coach, is off the bench. He's already been yellow carded, Luke Young. But watch this, Graham.
Oh, it's a great ball by Steven Gerrard. Well played, Wayne Rooney. It's an excellent effort, and how that's just pure bad luck. He's done everything right. He's had a little look at the goalkeeper, lifted it over him, and the spin on the ball should take it into the net, but it hits the post squarely, comes back out. It all came from a mistake from Zanetti, an uncharacteristic mistake. But it might take something like that for one of these teams to get a goal. It's a very close match, John, at the moment.
Yes, and England are playing so much better against Argentina than they have against what I would politely call inferior opposition.
Well, the thing is, I think you can raise your game. England know they're going to have to do something special to break down this Argentinian team.
This is Maxi Rodriguez with Zanetti going up outside him. Crespo's in the middle. This is Tevez who dummied. Riquelme. Terry clears. And Rooney's away again here. He threw off Demichelis. He's up against Ayala. He's got Owen to his right, Wayne Rooney, and he's still there, and he goes down, and the referee says play on.
Ayala's used every minute of the experience he's had as a football player to block Wayne Rooney there. Wayne Rooney running at him. He's taking him on down the side, and just good use of experience. It's not a foul. The ref's never going to give it, but it's very useful sort of knowledge he's gained over years of defending and coming up against quick strikers.
Here's Crespo, the other number 9. Serene. When you see Rooney explode like that, and the time before, it makes you think what would have happened in Euro 2004 if he hadn't got injured when he did. This is Owen. Gerrard to Lampard, and now Beckham's moved inside. And he gets a free kick. Oh, there's a yellow card coming out again here. Walter Samuel.
The game's just starting to build up a little bit now. I think both teams sense they can win the match. They're taking the game to each other, and I think we're going to see a good sort of final 15 minutes to this half.
Well, it's got the edge of a competitive game, this, even though it's been marked down as a friendly on neutral territory. Beckham will take the free kick for England, having been fouled here by Samuel, who got a yellow card. That's aimed at Rio Ferdinand. He goes down now. They're using all those tricks of the trade that you mentioned.
They certainly are, and I think it's a very competitive match. Both teams are good in the air. So David Beckham there floating the ball up. It's always going to be one of those awkward challenges for both teams. But England there had the advantage. If the ball drops down, they get a chance. And Walter Samuel there made enough of a challenge on Rio Ferdinand to sort of win a goal kick for his team.
Plenty to talk about so far in this first half between the old rivals. Beckham with the throw. Gets it back from Rooney. Owen moves into a position in the centre of the penalty area. Rooney doing his damage coming from deep. But he's got shaken off there by Riquelme. He's got two to his right now for Argentina. One of them is Tevez here. Rodriguez is outside him. There's Rodriguez. Takes on Bridge. Right. Oh, it's going to be a goal! Hernan Crespo has done it for Argentina, the Chelsea man. And by his standards, it turned out to be a simple chance. And the South Americans lead after 34 minutes. And it was so simple in the end. It happened really because Maxi Rodriguez got the better of Wayne Bridge on the left flank of England's defence, but when Crespo's around with his goal-scoring record, you can't leave yourselves exposed. There's Rodriguez. Ferdinand had to step over the ball to me, and Crespo tucked it in, Graham.
Well, that's the problem for Wayne Bridge, and I feel sorry for him. Like I said before, he's not had experience of playing football for a year now, and to be thrown in against this quality opposition. Rodriguez goes past him, creates an opening. Ferdinand can't do much about it. He's going towards his own goal, and it's a simple finish for Crespo. And quite frankly, it's against the run of play. England have had the better of the last 10 minutes, though it was only a matter of time before one of these teams were to score.
29 international goals in 54 games. That's better than 1 in 2, Ian and Crespo. And Eriksson will know all about him, of course, from Lazio days.
He certainly will. The move started with this man, Rodriguez. He picked the ball up in a similar position, drifted down the line, and he just picks people out so comfortably. He's so comfortable on the ball.
Well, Crespo was the man that they were all interviewing at the Argentine hotel yesterday. And he's true to form. Put Argentina in charge in this friendly. Here's Bridge. Gerrard. Steven Gerrard!
That's a great effort by Steven Gerrard. That's got to be all of 30 yards he's hit that from. And I think he had the keeper beaten. You see, he gets a side of goal. That's a great hit. Keeper's actually got his fingers on that. That should be a corner, John.
I think that's a save, Graham, you know.
It is a save. And you can see the goal here. Wayne Bridge, he can't move his feet quickly enough. And it's a simple tap-in. And to be honest, Argentina had 3 players in the box at that stage. Rodriguez gets behind Wayne Bridge in a very dangerous area, and it's an easy goal.
So, Argentina 1, England 0. This is Lampard now then Rooney again to run at the defence. He's by himself for England at the moment, Rooney. Looking for a handball decision which didn't come, but in fact he didn't have much support there, did he? Gerrard was trying to get down the left.
That's right, England broke quickly. Wayne Rooney, obviously his first thought was to run at the Argentinian defence, but in doing that he actually ran away from his own teammates as well. Ayala bought some time for his teammates to get back into position, and it was a simple simple block. But Riquelme is the man that's running the show at the moment. He played a part in that goal, started it off, and it's something that England at half-time are really going to have to work out how to stop him playing.
Now, this is a proper game. There's no suggestion that Eriksson will fiddle around just bringing on substitutes for the sake of it tonight. This is Young here. Terry. Bridge to Gerrard. Gets it back. Lampard makes a forward run now. Over goes Demichelis. Kicks the ball out. Now England here with 8 minutes before half-time to rectify that Crespo goal. Here's King. Rooney, whose first half performance certainly merits the goal, and one number 9 here replies to the other. And it's Argentina this time who make the defensive mistake. It was a careless moment, I think, by Roberto Ayala that led to that. But Rooney, who hit the post earlier and has been ever dangerous here. Oh, it's up in the air, isn't it, by Ayala, knocked on by Beckham, and Rooney reads it and gets there to finish it off.
And that wasn't the best shot that he's ever had, but it's such a well-taken goal in the sense that he just struck through the ball. He knew where he wanted to put it. He's hit it into the ground, but he's found the corner. You said they needed 7 minutes, they only needed 1.
You got it. His 11th international goal. Didn't score in the qualifiers, but he's certainly scored here. What a good game, Graham, we have on our hands here.
Oh, it's excellent. It's obviously balanced again. I think it's interesting. There's so many little battles on the pitch, and it's going to take one of those battles to either somebody to win a battle or make a mistake that's going to either cost his team or win his team the game.
The World Cup really in many ways starts here. This is Beckham, and Rooney's in there again. Oh, it's come back to Frank Lampard.
Well, Ayala made up for his mistake there. He did excellently. David Beckham played a great ball in. It is his mistake. David Beckham does well to win it brave, and Wayne Rooney picks his spot. Like I say, slightly hits it into the ground, but the fact he knew where he wanted to put it meant that he would score. Cracking first half here.
Well, the fans won't mind coming to Geneva if they can see Rooney play like this. We're entering the last 5 minutes of the first half. Cambiasso to Riquelme for Argentina. This fella Rodriguez on the right is causing Bridge a certain amount of concern.
Well, the problem, as I've said, for Wayne Bridge is, one, he's not played a lot of matches. I think he's played half a dozen reserve team matches for Chelsea, and he's straight back in the England squad and team against a very, very competent and threatening Argentinian team. On top of that, he's not getting any support, defensive support, from Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard, because the way Argentina are playing, it doesn't allow them to get back and give him cover. And it's just a case he's got to get to half-time and address the situation then.
This is Crespo. Just wonder whether Eriksson will be tempted to throw Konchesky in. This is Rodriguez, the man who's causing that trouble on the right-hand side. But we've also got Phil Neville on the bench. He's been playing left-back for Everton. Riquelme now! Oh, dummy, Rodriguez! The outside of the net.
That's another example of Riquelme getting in a dangerous position. I think that's probably only the second or third time he's got beyond Ledley King. He's let him go, Ledley King, there. He finds his pass, Tevez lets it go over, and Rodriguez really should hit across the goal. To be fair to Wayne Bridge, and I think it was Rio Ferdinand, they've done well to stop him getting a shot on target there. That's Ledley King.
Yeah, it was. Well, there's lots of ifs, buts and maybes in this first half, as well as the two goals at both ends. Forward by Bridge again. Zanetti. Rodriguez. Cambiasso. Riquelme. Sorin down the left-hand side if Crespo needs him. Crespo going across Ferdinand, who gets back at him. And again. And King finds Beckham. Chest there by Gerrard to King, and now Bridge. Rooney on that left-hand side, wants it short. Oh, he saw that early, didn't he? Right onto the chest of David Beckham, and now Rooney wants it back, played diagonal. He's coming in now! Oh, what a great bit of football by Rooney. Started it and nearly finished it.
That was an excellent spot by Wayne Rooney originally, out to David Beckham. And again, when David Beckham gets that space in a wide position, the quality of his delivery is excellent, second to none. Wayne Rooney unfortunate not to get on the end of it.
Here's Sorin. It is Tevez! Oh, save. Poor Robinson's fingertips.
It's another good save by Paul Robinson. Once again, Sorin picks up the ball, finds Tevez in a dangerous area, in space, in front of the England back four, and slightly gives himself enough room to get away a shot.
Well, the way the balls move in the air these days, you've got to say good save when the goalkeeper turns it over like that. Riquelme will take the corner again for Argentina, who've packed the penalty area once more. Up in the air from John Terry, then from David Beckham. I haven't seen any sign of a physiotherapist, so we may not have any stoppage time at the end of this first half, with a minute of normal standard time to go. Here's Riquelme. This is Cambiasso. Sorin. Offside.
I've been so impressed with Riquelme. People can't get near him. He's got such quick feet. He's strong as well, and he's a clever football player. He gets himself into some fantastic areas, and players have to stand off him, because if you get too close to him, he'll go past you. And like I said before, England really have to find a way of nullifying his threat, and in doing so, they'll create a situation and a platform for themselves to maybe build and go on and win this game.
Here's Bridge. Well, half-time arrives.